This conference will now be recorded.
Right, let's start today's session. Right, in the last session, we were discuss about how to work with template inheritance and how to create models because we are going to bring the data from model, that means table, and stored into view. View is going to send that data into template only. This is the process actually. Let's try to open your project right now. So just here. This is the project. Let me activate virtual environment first. Yes, look at this. This is the last application which we created my app for. In this my app for, I just created models. Look at this model. What model? Student model. So we created this model through one table also. That is my app for underscore student. Let's open this table by going to database here. My app for underscore student, right click, edit data. Once we click on edit data, so just observe here, already I inserted records, 4 records I inserted. My requirement is these data I need to collect it here and send into a template only. So for this we need to prepare the view also, because view is going to take responsible to communicate with model, and this model that view data, that means after collecting the data from model, that data we need to send it to where template. So in template we have to use what? Template language, DTL, the Django template language, we have to use it. Let me show you that. First we have to create a view. So we are ready with models, and next we need to create a view logic. So here def, I'm taking my view name is just student view underscore view current request. Okay, so student underscore view of request. Here what we need to send, what we need to collect, first of all, here we need to collect the student data from student model. Student model. To collect the data from student model, what we need to do, we need to create here query set object. Query set object means what? I'll tell you. Just you can see stu equals to model name student model. But look at this, the moment when I type model name student model, is this coming here like student model? No, it is coming, it should come from what? Models only. But right now we are in views only. So how this student class is available for this views means by coming from models only. So in models.py we have a student class. Okay, we have to import exactly. So in views.py we have to import. How to import means, look at this, from your application name is myapp4 dot models, import what model? Student model. From myapp4 is your application name dot models, import student model. Now you can see student view request. Okay, so here stu means query set object. I'll tell you what is that query set object. Query set object means it contains that all query set. Student dot objects dot all I'm taking. So here student is a model name. Objects means every record is considered as object. Okay, we noticed in the last session when I was inserted into just when I inserted into admin panel for the first time employee records or student records. So student object 1, student object 2, it came. So that means every instance, every record is called object only. That all objects I want to get, all records I want to get from the uh, model. Yes, all values I want to get. So that's what I use student model name dot objects dot what all. Okay. So all records will come and stored into a STU. What is this STU means? It's a query set object. We can say that query set object. Okay, you will understand later. Don't worry. This object I need to send it to what? Concern template. Now, how to render the template means look at this render, return, render, current request. So here I'm trying to create a table name, template name student.html. Into student.html template, what I need to send? This I need to send. This means what actually? Query set object. Here I'm taking what actually students. Look at this. Students is a key or student is a key. STU what actually? Value. Context. Context should be in the form of what? Dictionary only, no? Yes. Dictionary means key and value pairs. Okay. Dictionary means key and value pairs. That's what here I'm using key and the value also I'm using here. This student key I need to use into student.html. Okay, let me create a students.html. Okay, template name, just better. So here my template name is students.html. Even I have not created, just I'll create it now. Here student is a key and stu is what? Actual value which is coming from what? Model. What model? Student model. Let's create a template called, we are ready with view. Okay, our view is, this is, it's collecting the model objects from the student model means database table, and it store that all objects into a STU. It's a query set object. So this object we are going to send into a students.html with keyword student only. So let's create a template called students.html. So with this name we have to create template. So templates, go to new HTML template, give the name is students.html and then press enter. So here we are ready to accept the data which is coming from view. So this is view data, means server side, it is Python logic. And this data we are sending into where, sir? We are sending into here. Where? Into template. But here template cannot understand the server side code, you know that. That's the reason we have a DTL language format. No, DTL means data, sorry, Django template language. So how to display output in the form of the Django template language means double curly brackets. So what is required to use in the sense here? Key should use key. This is called key only. Student. If I use student context key, look at this student context key. What will be there? You will see this. Okay. What is there in this student context? I'm directly printing student context here. Okay. Yes. So this is the procedure, sir. Whenever we start execution, okay, directly it will go to project level URLs. In the project level URLs, my app 3 URLs is there, but we have to set this my app 3 URLs for your application also. We have to set the URLs. Okay, let me set the URLs finally. Go to my app 4. Now right click on my app 4 Python file urls.py, and from django.urls import path from my app 4 import views. Okay, then next what I'm taking, URL patterns equals to path There is no name, just views dot. What is the view name? Student view. Right. So this URLs we have to include into project level URLs. So I'm including this into project level URLs. Look at this project level URLs. My app 3 is there. Just name it here. My app 3 slash. Next, what I'm taking path my app 4 here slash. So after that, here there is no name is required directly. I'll run this current application. So I'm trying to include here what I'm taking my app 4 dot URLs. My app 4 dot URLs like this. Okay, fine. So first request goes to here my app 4 dot URLs. After that, immediately application level URLs will reach. Application level URLs means this one only urls.py. Then immediately it will call what view? Student view from my app 4. Immediately it will go to student view also. View section. View section is we are executing the student underscore view. It's a function based view. This view is collecting the data from what? Here student model. It is collecting the data from student is a model name. Objects means every record. All means all records. STU. This STU we are passing to a students.html template key through. This is called context key. Okay, or else you can use this is also, but it is optional, not compulsory. Context equal to student colon stu like that. Okay, anyways, this is not required to use this attribute. Okay, optional attribute here. Fine. So here what I'm trying to do, I just giving this student into students.html. So we are using directly student key. How the output will be look like, you can see this how output is look like. Okay, yeah. So first let's start the server, sir. This is the procedure, sir. How to read the data from database table using view data, how to send it to template. In template, DTL is there to get the data from view, because why DTL language means no template can understand server side code which is coming from view, sir. Fine, sir. Let's run the server. Python space manage.py run server. Now we are hitting this directly. We got this. What? Look at this. Observe. Okay, what I said stu means query set object I said or not. Look at this query set student model name object 1 object 2 object 3 object 4. This is called total query set. This query set is having how many records, sir? 4 records. So model name student, objects means each record, all records I'm getting. This is called query set object. This only I am accessing or not? Yes, using with key. So this what query set object here. Okay, but here in the table, how many records? 4 records. That's what here 4 objects are there. Look at this in the output. But sir, I don't want to be like these objects. I want to extract the each and every object is having separate column values, no, like name, address, mail, age. That I want. So to do this one, what we need to do? So we need to use this one, sir. So look at this. I'm trying to use this. So here student is a key. Okay, yes. So what I'm trying to say here, uh, if student is there and I need to retrieve the data. Okay, that's what I'm using here. Just observe here, percentage. If student means what? Reset object, key. A key is there. And if student is there, if student means what here? Just observe. This is the reset object key. This is value is what stu. Here stu. If student is there, what I want to print? I want to print one by one value. Again in for loop I have to use multiple students are there, no? Yes. For yes in student. Okay. And for we have to use percentage and for moment. for S in student and for, now here I'm taking one by one student value into H2 section. What I have to use? S only. Look at this. If student, it's called query set object key. So this is dictionary key. You can see if student is there, then what I need to do, I need to read the student details for loop. S is the loop variable. In what is the query set object here? Key student. In this, we are printing one by one value. Yes, only here. Got my point? Yes. For S in student, print yes. Let's restart the server. So we are having multiple records now. That's what I am using for loop. Once we restart the server, let's run this. Now you can see here again we are getting what's that student object 1, student object 2, student object 3, student object 4. Same, but that I don't want here. S is a student object. So what I need to do, S dot name. Yes, look at this. Dot name, S dot address, like this. How many fields are there? Look at this. Name, address, mail, age. Name, address, mail. Then what I have to use? Age I have to use, sir. This is age. Okay. So if student, for S in student, S dot name, address, mail, age. So this is what exactly how it is. Control C. We are printing student values, each and value separately. Look at this. First ID, first record Sai HYD Sai at gmail.com 23 age. Second record this is, third record this is, fourth record this is. All records are coming or not? Yes. But how it is coming and display? Just normal format. Okay. Look at this. STU is what? Query set object. It's a key is what? Student key. I'm using that key only. If student is there, it's okay. If student is there, it's okay. If else part, if student is not there, then what I have to use? Else block. Student is there, it's okay. I have to go for else block also, no? Else, and I can simply say that H1 section or H2 section, no student details, like that. No student details, I have to say that. Yes, sometimes you may not pass any query set object also. Key is not there. Suppose look at this, I'm not using any context. Do you have any context now? No. In that context, what will happen? Just observe here. No student details are going to display here. Got my point? So that's what I write if condition, else condition, like this. No student details are coming, sir. Okay. Yes. No student details. If student details are there, then it will come student details. Look at this. Student details are there now. Context is there clearly. Student key. Then it will go to here. If student is there, this code will execute for loop through. If students not there, student details, no student details are coming. Now students are there, it is coming like this. But how it is coming? One by one H2 section is coming. But sir, I want to bring these details into what format? Table format I want to bring. What format? Table format. So how to print this data into table format means we'll see now one by one. Okay. So table format I want to display this because it's look good. So the moment when we receive the data from the view and we are trying to what we can say, display the data into table format to the end user, that is perfect because clear structure will be there. Even that table later we can convert into bootstrap table also, not a problem. Bootstrap table through also we can convert. Let's see this how to display the data in table format. We'll see one. But right now what we can do this one. Do you want to comment this? You can comment this one. How to comment this one means simple. Select this total code, control forward slash. So once I use control forward slash, look at this, what is happening. This is completely what comment? Detail comment. Just observe here. Detail comment means here open curly brackets, close curly brackets, hash symbol is there. It's not HTML comment, sir, because this code is completely detailed standard code. So it's a detail comment. Already I said the detail comment how it will be. So open curly brackets, close curly brackets has symbols are there. This is detail format, Django template language format it is. Again, if you want uncomment, control forward slash again. So let me comment it because I don't want to display these details into normal format like table format I want to display. Okay, this is uncommon. I would like to give the comment section for this. Comment, yeah, fine. Next, same thing I am going to display what format? Table format. How to display the data into table format means simple. Here you can see I'm trying to display the data. So again, same code. If if student is there, then I can go for student details. Otherwise, let's end if student context is their key, then I need to display the student details. So how to display the student details means table. Here I'm taking normal table, border equals to 1. Okay, style if you want background color, then you can go for background color. This is the table actually. So here in this table, first what I want to display means T head I want to display. T head. T head means table head. T head. In this T head, what is required? TH is required. TH means like this TH. In this TH, you want to get ID also, then you can get this ID. Okay, ID is what actually uh, that is default ID. First, let's go for name and TH address. What TH mail and finally age. These are the table headings. TD, TH, T head. After T head close, we have to record. We have to display one by one record or not? Yes, one by one record means for loop again. For yes in student and for this is Django template language style. And after that, each record I want to display into separate row tr. Each data I want to display into separate td, that is table data. So in Django template output format s dot name, just I'm taking copy this td and paste into here like this. S dot name, S dot address, S dot mail, S dot age, S dot address. Here what is that? S dot mail. Here S dot age like this. So S dot name, address, mail, age. So this is each and every value is coming into TD section. This is for loop, same loop I'm using, but only the thing is I'm using into TR. TR means table row. Here total headings also available here. So this is overall to display the data into table formats are because it's going to be appear good. So let's start the server, same data. Now you can see. So we got this table or not? Yes. But look at this. I want to bring this table into center. So I'm taking this one to bring this table into center. So align equals to center. And I want to give the style of the background color also. Style, background color. Style equals to background color. And take any background color like this. Now let's refresh this form. So we got this background color and table format is clearly the records are coming name, address, mail, age in table format. But sir, I want to be display this one into bootstrap table. Okay, normal table it is. Output is looking in normal table, but I want to display this into bootstrap table. How to display this into bootstrap table means simple. We can directly, first of all, in the head section, we have to include bootstrap link or not. Yes. To get that bootstrap link, what is required, sir? Just observe here. Getbootstrap.com website you can visit. This is the official website, get bootstrap com official website. In the official website, you just scroll down. Okay, in the right hand side, you can see including via CDN. We discussed already content delivery network through Bootstrap link. We are copying, that is, especially CSS is required. Okay, copy this first link and close this and paste into on the head section of your HTML template. So we are pasting this link. This link through, we will have the Bootstrap facility in our web page. But look at this here, completely here. I'm trying to write this code into completely container. Okay, I'm going to copy this total code and I'm placing into container division section. Sorry, div division, and place this code. And in this division, I'm taking what actually class container bootstrap, and this here you can see table. I'm trying to remove this all, and table bootstrap class also I'm taking class table bordered I'm giving. Once we use this table bordered, just observe here. So it's completely bootstrap format. It's coming. Okay, it will come bootstrap because of we have added bootstrap link here also. So because of this, it will come bootstrap format. Let's run this and hit this. Now this time you can see your table is coming into bootstrap format. This is responsive table. Bordered option is there. Okay, horizontal and vertical lines are there in the border. So even you can see minimize and maximize your table data is going to be auto adjusting. This is called auto responsive design with bootstrap. So it's look good. But if you want change the bootstrap, what we can say, table border, not table over I'm taking, or striped I'm taking. Table striped. Table striped means, just observe, it look like the moment when I refresh this, striped here. This is something is thickness, something some column is not. Even if we use hover also, hover means this is hover. When we place mouse pointer on it, each record, that will be highlighted. Look at this, it is highlighted, it is highlighting, it is highlighting like this, hover. Like any themes you can use, not a problem here. Okay, this is completely bootstrap table through. We are getting the result in table format. But sir, here it's okay. We are bringing finally what actually, whatever we have a model data, we are getting this into view. View is storing within it what format? Query set object format. Because STU is a query set. This query set is having all records, multiple records which we have. These records we are sending into where, sir? Template, students.html template. The student.html template, we are sending this dictionary key and value is what? STU. In students.html, here we are going to we prepared this detailed template language format code according to your requirement, how the way you want to display to the user. We are displaying this. Fine. Next, sometimes I want to get only one particular student details, are not all. Okay, student view means what? It is going to be get all records. We are displaying all records or not? Student view means. But I need only one record, particular employee record or student record I need to get. So in that context, we will go for other option. Let me go with another view. EF get underscore student underscore by underscore ID. This it's my view name. This is only proper name because your view name is function. How to define functions in Python? If multiple words are there with function means each word should be separated with underscore. This is called snake convention. So get student by ID. Okay, yes. So here current request I'm taking. Current request. Look at this current request I'm using. Current request. Current request. So current request get student by ID. So previously to get all records purpose we use what function? All function. Now this time you can say stu equals to student dot objects dot get function is required. Get pk equals to what? ID. What is pk? Primary key. So in every table automatically one key auto generated, that is ID, that is primary key. So that's what I'm using in my view section. pk means primary key equals to ID. Got my point? This is ID. So pk equals to ID. So based on this ID, you should get the result. But what ID did I mention? No. So that's what I'm using. First I'm giving hard code value. Later I'll change. So pk equals to 1 I'm taking. The moment when we call this function based view, and here I just specified the ID pk equals to 1, that is called primary key equals to 1. So only one student record will come, that is ID number 1. And we are going to render this also into other template or same template. Better to go for other template because that already there. So let me go for request, and now you can see here I'm giving other template like student.html. This is student.html, student.html. I'm passing context. Okay, student comma stu. That's the same thing. Template is different, sir. Okay, or else let's go for my student.html name template. So you will get the same name not, but I'm giving my student.html. So this and this difference observe here. This is for getting all records. This is for getting only one record. So here stu student objects dot all. Here stu student dot objects dot get pk equals to 1. Only one ID number, one record you will get. That record I am sending into what template? My student dot html context equals student dot stu. Again we need to create my student dot html page or not? Yes. Let's create my student dot html template. Templates. Right click on it and go to new. Here you can say HTML and my student.html page. Here I need to get the student display. How to display student data means just normal you can display, or table also you can display. Only one record means we'll go for normal display. Okay. So what I'm taking again here also you can write it if condition. You want if student is there, then what I can say, and if I'm taking, and now you can see only one student details are there. No? So that's what I'm taking directly in H1 section or H2 section. Okay, name is just name colon. So what I'm taking name student dot name. Okay, student dot so student dot name you have to use. Student is the context dot name. Next to what I'm taking address. This is what mail. This is age. So ready, sir. But we need to set the URL for this view also. We have already set the URL for student underscore view, but we need to set the URL for this view also. Let's go to application level URLs. Here I'm just moving application level URLs. In this URLs, look at this. I'm setting one more URL, one more view name. So views dot what actually student get student underscore by ID. But look at this. There is no name of the URL for both views. Directly it will hit what? Only by default student underscore view only. So that's what I'm taking what my URL name clearly. STU all means I'll get all records. Only STU means I'll get only one record. This is my URL names. So now this time it will wait for your request. Do you want to proceed STU all means it will call student view. If you want to go with only one record means STU means you will get what? Get student by ID. Let's try to start the server and run the server. Here you can see it is waiting. STU all or STU. First let's go for STU all. Slash STU all I'm taking. We got this all records. Now I need only one, no, STU is there. STU, only one record is coming. Sai, address, like we have not changed this one. That's what is coming like this. Here, what is that? Address, mail, then what? Age. Now let's refresh this. Now you can see name, address, mail, age. Why it is coming only one student details like Sai? Because look at this. ID number one is what record? Sai record. And we are passing here ID number one only, no? Yes, ID number three. If I pass, look at this ID number three. Now let's refresh. ID number three is passing. Name Tarun, address HYD, tarun@gmail.com, like this. But it's not good practice, sir, because it is a hard code. So we are passing direct values here. But this value, whatever we are supplying, this is okay. PK equals 3. It should come from runtime. Means user can decide what value he wants to send. So how to use means simple. Look at this. In the URL section only, application level URL section, STU while calling with URL name. So what I need to supply means in the Angular brackets. So here int colon ID I am typing. Int colon ID. So that means what? This ID value we have to supply. At what time? Runtime. So in the URL section, we have to supply ID. So for example, if I give stu slash ID1 means ID number one will be there in this ID. It will call with this student get student by ID. Immediately it will go to here. But here I'm taking what actually here? Just ID I'm taking. ID. Now here PK equals to what I'm taking? ID only. That ID I'm calling. That's enough. No? You're passing the value at runtime instead of giving hard code value. Now let's run this. Now you can see I'm trying to pass this ID clearly. Look at this STU student. That's ID number one means ID number one will come. Here in the URL address, ID number two means two will come. Three means three will come. Like this. This is perfect. If you want to get all records means STU all we can pass it. So STU all means all records will come. This is the way to manage both views. One is for based on their ID, one is for all student records we are getting. So this is how to create a model and how to here manually I have stored these records, but in the next session what we will do, I will create a model with empty table and I'll create the form in the HTML. I can accept the values. That values I should send it to view. View value will send it to here only. That we will discuss in the tomorrow session. Reverse order. Up to now, what we discuss here. Yes, yes. So up to now, what we discuss, how to collect the data from model, that means table, database table, and send this database table data to view. And this view data we are sending into templates. In templates, template language format we are receiving. But next session, what will happen, from here onwards, we need to create a HTML form or Django form. You should accept input values into the form. That input values I need to send it to view. View has to check whether input values are valid or not. If it is valid, that value should go to database, reverse order. So once you know these two logic, mostly you will understand Django in upcoming sessions clearly. It's a very simple concept. So that's all for now. So see you tomorrow. Okay. So this topic is over. The next topic I cannot start
One
now.
one last
Tomorrow I'll.
question.
Yeah,
One
sure,
last
sure.
question, Mohan. Mohan, I didn't understand how the ID is passed on to the method. I understand that you added that in the Angular bracket, you added the ID, which is on the
While
on
calling this
you.
while calling
Huh,
this
this I
URL
understand.
means
Huh.
uh,
How this
ID one,
ID variable is passed on to the method?
because here we are using method, no, get underscore student by underscore ID. We are calling
Huh.
this method with
No, no,
this
I
ID.
got it. But this ID, the one you selected, right? The ID one. How that
This will
ID
go
will be.
this will go to view and here it will be there. Here one more parameter is there, no?
Agreed, but how we have imported, because that is on a different page, right? That is on a different file. urls.py has ID, but how
No,
that ID is coming into here?
obviously it will come because of the name is recognized by URL. So URL can redirect like this. Look at this. The moment when user is going to hit with this name,
Huh?
with this ID, views are
Hmm.
there, no views. Views dot
Huh?
get student by ID. This is the method
Okay.
calling. Viewing
Okay.
with views. Views are present from where? My app 4.
Mm.
These
Okay.
views are coming from my app 4. Directly it will go to my app 4 views
Huh?
and it will call this method. While calling the method, we passed that ID, no, this current request method. That ID value will come and stored here.
Uh,
Request comma ID. One more parameter is there. Are you observing here? This parameter. That's what I'm taking.
no, I understood that, but how this
Mhm.
ID is passed on from that particular web page to this
No,
method, still I am not clear.
that is not a web page. It is URL section from where
Sorry,
you
in
are
the
sending request. Hmm.
ha ha. Ha. So now here the views dot get student by ID is the method you are calling
by
from the
by
views page.
passing values. No, no, no.
Oh,
We
okay.
are
So this
we are
I
calling the
this
method by supplying the value.
okay.
Not my point. This see,
So
whenever
so
simple
this
logic, I'll tell you.
okay. If there
Simple
is
logic.
another argument, if there is another argument, for example, you are passing two ID and name.
Mm-hmm.
Just for example,
Mm.
I'm saying in the same example.
Okay.
In this case,
Okay.
how will you pass it to this method? If there are two
Same
arguments, this is one argument, right? Only one ID.
one argument. Yes, yes. Two
Ha. So
arguments
if there
means
are two arguments, how will I pass?
see your function depends on your function. How many number
Ha.
of
Say
arguments
for
are
example,
there?
you are passing a name also. Just for an example, it may not work. Just I want to see how it is coded. Say for example,
See,
name.
that's what I'm saying. Multiple values through we cannot get. Here name is there. No, here I'm just
Ah,
taking this for
ah.
your understanding.
Hmm.
Here also I'm going to take name.
How?
But
Come
look
on
at
name.
this.
Oh, okay, okay, that's it. Okay. Huh, thank you,
Ah,
thank you. That's what I want to know how to add it, if at all, if I need to add it.
but it may not work, but we will come across multiple parameters how to pass.
Okay, 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 okay.
Uh, the simple logic, man. Actually,
Huh,
normally functions, whenever we have a parameter, while calling the function, this parameter value is required.
okay,
Parameter values are input values. I am passing input value from my end at the time of URL declaration.
okay, okay, okay.
I am calling this function with passing value. This value directly goes to here. Based on this value only, we are collecting the data, get records, that record. That record we are sending into template.
Okay, so whatever in Angular bracket means that it is a argument which is
Para-
passed.
yes, exactly. Which is argument we
Okay,
are
okay,
passing, argument value we are passing through the name of the URL
okay,
by calling this function.
okay. Got it, Mohan.
You can also use name also, but that's not good idea because the reason is multiple names also might be there, no? So that's what uniquely you can identify the student by passing ID is the better in real time also. Okay, we'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, Mohan. Have a good one.